Oh, holy hell. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh hell, Keys, you're the first person. Welcome in, welcome in. Fish. What up? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just starting. You haven't missed anything on this soulful sacred Saturday. We got a late start, but here we is. Here we be. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Is everyone having fun yet? Are we using this as a day of rest? Are we having fun? It's Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to see if we can get a couple people in here and then we'll toss collective. The list is open. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. We are doing 12-12 for subscribers today and 15-15 for non-subscribers. We got Cash App and we got Venmo. If you would like me to feel into you or a question in specific, that's what it takes today. That is what it takes today. Welcome in, welcome in. William, how's it going, dude? So rich. I was in the trenches. Welcome in, welcome in. Go get my video out of the void, please. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. The second I threw my video keys, I know it's not gonna go nowhere. I know my video's not either, so don't worry. It's just the second I was talking, like while I was recording it, I was like, this is just one of them things that is just for me and like one person, like, you know what I mean? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, dude, I've been there. I have to wait. Last time it did that, I think the longest it was for me was like 2 hours. You remember that? I made it at like 7, and then it posted at like 9 p.m., and I was like, oh. I was like, well, that's fun. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting started. We're going to see if we can get out of the void here. I'm hoping I don't have to come in and out again, because that would be awful. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's Sunday? Yep, I remember all mine recently have been taking 20 plus minutes. Yeah, I had a stint with that for a while. I think the 2 videos previously did okay. The one I posted yesterday just kind of started. Hello, eyeballs. How's it going? I do. I'm not currently doing it today, but I do mediumship, yes. We see you. We see you popping in. Why? Did you have something in particular you were looking for? Were you looking for something in particular? They might be gone already. I don't know. My count's not working because it only shows you in my count, even though I know that's not true. Oh. Yeah. You do need love in your life. However, the love you need is you loving yourself. The love you need is you loving yourself. I don't believe I currently, thank you for the ice cream. I don't believe I currently have your uncle in the room, unless your uncle is a taller guy with like a mustache. I don't believe that he's in the room at the moment. So I'm sorry. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the love. Okay, well, hold on. Hold on. I just assumed he wasn't yours. Hold on. So did he have did the beard come after the mustache? And was his beard and mustache almost like, I don't want to call it a prized possession, but like he grew it with pride and admiration, like it was almost like a milestone to who he was and his personality? Because the person that I am seeing is, he has a mustache and it physically it's like a good mustache. It's not like one of those like little wimpy like two hairs. Like this man has room on his upper lip for a mustache. Like it is good lip that has a very burly mustache, and it wraps down, and I don't want to call it handlebars, but it wraps down into whatever else is going on, because he's not, like, I don't want to say I can't see it, but he's not showing me like mouth down, like bottom lip down to chin. I'm physically only getting like this kind of perspective of him right now. Like it is literally just centrally focused on this very thick mustache, and while he is tall as I'm sitting here, I wouldn't call him tall for men. I don't think he enjoyed his height being picked at. I don't get him as being like a skyscraper for men. I get him as being on the short side if you were a male, but I'm a short person, so in perspective to me, he's taller than I am, and I'm 5'2" and like a half. So when I'm saying I'm sitting and he's standing off to what would be my right, and he looks as though he's making 5'6" maybe. Like, he doesn't look like super tall. I'm not the best with height though, but he doesn't look super tall to me. I don't know if he was into, if this is your uncle, which I'll look up in a second. I just don't want anything to draw on what I'm saying. This is your uncle. He liked mechanical things. He was a person who worked with his hands a lot. I don't want to say motorcycles. Like, I don't want to go there because I feel like me as a person, my humanness feels like, I don't know, but he kind of has a little bit of that, like this man that is standing next to me has a little bit of that bad boy undertone, to where he would have been a little bit of a rebel in some sense, but not like destroy the world, like. Although I am getting a little bit of like a heavy metal vibe, and I don't know why, I just said it that way, like, kind of a thing, like, but, I feel, wall taps, I feel like, the gentleman who is with me is that type of a persona. I do get him, like, currently he is wearing jeans, he is talking about a woman. I don't know if this woman would be his wife, or his sister at the moment, but he is referencing some kind of feminine in his space and not with him currently, but I get the feeling as though he left behind some sort of feminine or woman, when he did cross over and when he did pass, and I am getting cold chills on my back. So please know that if this, when I look up in a second, if this is your uncle and you are claiming this energy as your uncle, he is making reference to the need to reassure this feminine that he left in the physical that he is okay and that he is still around and watching her, but not in a creepy way. Like, he watches over her, and I get him as being a little bit of a family watcher, and now my back is so fucking cold. A little bit of a family watcher and watching over the family unit as a whole, which is very interesting. So I don't know if he was an older brother, but he does give me very big protection vibes. Like, you're gonna mess with them, you're gonna mess with me kind of vibes. Is what this gentleman is presenting himself. Is presenting himself as. It's funny because, like, I feel like that whoever this person is he, like, has this harder exterior, but I have a lot of friends with this type of an exterior, and specifically a lot of masculines, but, like, deep down, like, he's actually a very soft person, but you just wouldn't know it unless you were, like, in an intimate relationship with him, you know what I mean? Like, he cares about family, and that's evident based on loyalty and protection instincts is what I'm gonna say, but it's almost like, it's literally almost like he would come off serious and kind of as a watcher. He almost gives me like either he just had like a harder life to where he was raised in a way that he had to be this type of a person, or he just gravitated towards this persona. But I have a lot of friends in the military, and I have a lot of friends who specifically their fathers have acted this way, where it's like this kind of a sit back, kind of quiet-ish, you know, maybe without a couple drinks, you know what I mean, but kind of like quiet-ish, and then they're like the watcher, like they see everything, but they only say what they have to kind of thing, and they're right there to step in. It's like this type of an energy that this gentleman is bringing with him, but I do get that he can be funny. Like, he can be a very personable character when he wants to be, but when he's not actively being funny, it's like he almost just comes off very, I don't know, not even like strict, just very plain, like, I don't know how to say. I don't know the word for that. But the only thing I know in my brain to relate it to is if you have like an ex-military guy or like an ex-cop, where they're just very in their guard or frame, or, you know, they just have like this unfazed look about them, like they could level you if they wanted to, kind of a thing. I'm sorry, but let me just, I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at all of these now. Yes, he loved it. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm like just trying to read everything because I didn't look at the screen this whole time. Yes, he loved it. Papa Smurf. He's fit, like, I just read that and he is physically shaking his head like, you bastard. Like, that is literally the vibe that I just got from this gentleman. It was literally just like, you bastard. Like, the funeral messed up his lips, so I'm sure he's mad. He also shaved it before passing. Oh. So he was 5'6". Okay. Yeah. My pap was into motorcycles. 100% free with TurboTax free edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. His wife had also passed away. He passed away 2 days. He passed away 2 days after she did? What? He will not leave my mom's side. Holy God. Very obvious when something's up with him. Especially when he was funny. I'm so thankful. Oh my God. Like, okay, so I'm glad you didn't leave then, because that is 1,000% him. Well, that's why that's funny, because that's why I said it. It didn't necessarily feel like his wife, because he didn't call her his wife. He just showed me this feminine, but he didn't like call it out by name. And that is so awful that they messed up his lip. Oh God, that's rough. But so technically, like, he's just he's actually kind of really funny. But is there a reason before he leaves? Because he seems as though he's satisfied at the moment. Was there a specific reason that you were asking to speak with him? And I usually don't ask this question, but I just feel the need to. Was there a specific reason you were asking to connect with him? Or were you just missing him and wanted to just connect with him? You know what I mean? Like, do you have a question or guidance, or were you seeking his nod or approval or for something, or did you just miss him and wanted to chat? Because I'm okay to let him leave if you. He's gonna be really I'm gonna be really honest. I feel like he pulled up a chair. I don't know if he was one of those guys who would pull up a chair and have a man-to-man. But I feel like he just swung a chair up next to my table, which was very interesting. And the way he's like, I don't know, the way he's like leaning or lounging is interesting. I don't know how to like. I don't know how to make that make sense, but it's almost like when you have those like heart-to-heart, boys to men kind of talks. But he's like slunching. He's like hunch slouching in like a certain way where it's like he's kind of leaning closer to me, but would in turn be you when he pulled his chair over. So I just wanted to let you know that. Now, I'm going to be real honest. When I read that, the very first thing that he says you don't need his guidance. He's being very honest. He's saying that you don't need his guidance. And he's saying that you already know what to do. Like, if you feel it, you feel it. I don't know if he's ever talked to you about his feelings in his relationship, but he's making me feel as though you may have heard a story from him before about either how he and his wife met, or when he knew she was the one, or something like that. And he's kind of making me feel like he's told those stories for a purpose. Maybe in other moments, or to help those, like, I don't know, he's making it sound like he's told this story before. But he's being very, very adamant that you don't feel him, because you're not the one at the moment that he worries needs your help. He's not the one that is high on like his worry list. He keeps like referring to you. I don't know if you have like a nickname, or I can't necessarily hear the exact words that he's using, but it's giving me the vibe of like my little buddy kind of a deal. So I don't know if you two had these types of conversations often, or maybe growing up he was like your uncle, to where it was like your favorite uncle, or something like that. But he's making me feel like you kind of followed a little bit, and you heeded his advice pretty well. And he's just talking about it's kind of your turn now to kind of stand up. Like, it like he's almost I'm getting fucking cold chills. It's getting hard to talk. He's talking, and maybe he's getting choked up, and that's why I'm not really finding the words. I don't know if he would kind of take a lot of breaths or pauses, and you would kind of know when he was getting super emotional, but was trying not to be an emotional wreck, is the way that I'm trying to relay it to you. But he's talking about now, like, this is your turn to kind of like, I don't want to say like grow into his shoes, because that's not what he doesn't want you to follow in his shadow. But he is talking about like assuming this type of a role within the family, within yourself. And he's talking about like the transition between like you and like, this is going to sound rough, so don't take it this way, but like being the man that he knows you to be. And he's just talking about the way that he sees you versus the way that you see you and the doubts you hold for yourself. So he is talking about like your need to kind of stand tall and strong, because he's making me feel as though you weren't built weak. He just keeps saying you were built for this. Like, this was part of it. Like, he is saying that he kind of wished he was there, like, boots on the ground, to have, one of those kind of talks, and he kind of, like, winked a little bit, and I don't necessarily get it as, like, a sexual talk. That's not what he's alluding to, even though some people might take the wink kind of weird. I think he's more talking about, like, your guys' like, getting on the same level kind of talks, is the way that it's making me feel. He's just making me feel like you already know the answer. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense. Like, and I hate that answer when they give me that answer. It drives me nuts as a person. But he just makes me feel like you already know the difference between real and fake. You know the difference between what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Like, he's just saying if you feel it, then do it. It's kind of the thing, but he's talking about this is kind of your chance to stand. This is going to sound so bad, and don't take it this way, but like kind of rise up to the occasion, stand on your own 2 feet. That like, you can wish he was there and wish he could guide you, but he's saying he is. It's just not a talking conversation. So he does want... He's being kind of honest in that if you call him into your space by name and by intention, that he'll be there to listen. And he's making me feel as though you might get like a rush of kind of like tingly emotions, is the way it's making me feel. Maybe not crying your face off or anything like that, but it's just, you're going to get this whoosh wave when you do it. And he's just talking about if you want a sign from him, he'll give it to you. He's just talking about, like, if that's something you really want, like, if you want a sign to hit you in the face, he can do it. That's not, he's making it very adamant that he'll give you as many until you're, ooh. I don't know if that's the word we're going to use, but basically until you fucking see it, until it slaps you in the face. It's kind of like, he was like, I'll give you as many until it, like, knocks you over, if that's what you're after. But he's actually just saying that you have it in you, that you don't need his sign, but it's almost giving me the feeling like if you want, I don't want to say his blessing, but it's almost like if you just want a nod from him that you're making the right decisions, he's basically asking you to offer him, like, not to offer, because that sounds creepy, but like, to tell him that that's what you want. Like, to verbally be like, yo, I could just use a sign from you if I'm, like, on the up and up, if I'm doing something right. And he'll give you several signs that are unmistakable. The second you see it, you're going to know exactly what the hell it is, and that was from him. And it's just going to resonate for you, and you're not going to have to question, is it? Is it this? He's saying you're just going to see it and go, oh my God. and I'm getting tingles. You're gonna get like this big body rush. So he's saying if you're looking for like his nod of approval, his wink, his like, yep, he can do it, but he's being really, really adamant, and he just keeps pointing to his chest. So I don't know if he's talked about you, about either your heart or the inside of you, but he is pointing to his chest a lot. And he is kind of wearing a little bit of like a bag. I don't want to call it a hoodie, but it does seem a little bit baggier in nature and a little bit thicker fabric. But he is tapping it and just going like this and be like, but you already know. Like, in here, you already know. And he just keeps, like, redirecting things back. So I don't know. That's funny. I don't know if he ever pulled up a chair, and then when he got up, it's almost like, because he was slumped, like slumped over, and then I was like, but, I mean, that's not the answer. I can feel that that's not the answer you wanted. But I kind of get the understanding that, like, he likes to be a little bit, like, a cryptic son of a bitch. Like, not in a bad way, but, like, he's deep to the fact that, like, it's like he's deep to the fact where, like, his conversations leave you thinking, and you sometimes leave with more questions than answers, which is really weird, but then, like, you feel satisfied at the same time. It's, like, weird, but I feel like he enjoys that fact about him, that, he delves kind of in that way, and he's very, I just get the feeling like he's very down to earth kind of a person, but like sometimes you talk to him and you're like, and you have like this, it's almost like this like what the fuck moment, but he was slumped, like talking, like he was leaning over to somebody, and then it's like he was like, welp, and then like it's like he just like stood right up, and then was just like, well, and I just get the feeling like he's showing me the image of like patting someone who's still like sitting like on the back, and then being like, and then like heading on out, like I don't know how to make that make sense. And I'm gonna be real honest, if I was in your shoes, I would be like, I don't know if that's an answer, uncle. Like, but he seems satisfied with the crypticism and the little bit of like a butt kick is what it makes me feel like, that he just, in a odd way, just laid on you. He's like pulling back to other conversations, and at the same time he's telling you that you don't need him anymore, but he's there if you truly want him, and if you're still seeking a little bit of his approval or his nod, just ask for it, and he will, like, it makes me feel like he'll deliver it. He'll beat you over the head with it if that's what you're asking for, because I just get the feeling like he's being kind of cocky right now a little bit, and kind of just being like, I mean, you ask and shall receive kind of a thing, like, in the way of being like, I'll deliver it to you, but I'm going to deliver it to you how I want to deliver it to you, and there'll be no doubting it, kind of a thing. I just think, what I miss? Thank you so much for all the gifts and all the love taps and all that good stuff. Hold on. I'm scrolling back. I have one more question for him. Was his wife's death on purpose because of his wife's passing? What? He has always told me about him dying months before it happened. More like he was prepared for it. Oh, I'm not taking it badly at all. My uncle was very bold and he didn't care what he said. Feels like he beat all negative spirits off me when he passed away. Yeah, that's literally like what, I see why now, though. I can't grieve over him, though. He basically was the only really spiritual there, ones who struggle without him then. He's basically only really spiritually there for the ones struggling without him then, and I thank you. And it's not even that he's not, like, I feel the need to clarify that. It's not that he's not there. He's just saying he has all the confidence in the world in you. He 100% has all the confidence in the world from you. And here are my tingles again. Here are my cold chills. He has all the confidence in the world from you. And it just makes me feel like out of all the people he was worried about during his transition, and when he, like you said, if he was saying that he could feel that his time was near and that kind of stuff, and now the cold chills are back. He was not the one you were not the one that he worried about. You were not the one that he was concerned being able to be okay without him. He's not saying that he doesn't realize that it's tough and that it sucks ass, and that's like kind of the way he said it. He understands it's not easy, but he is literally saying he was not the one that he worried about. Like, it wasn't you that he was concerned the most for, not being able to readjust and recoup and take it in stride. It's kind of one of those things, like, I just feel like he gave no shits, and I'm gonna be really honest, I just feel like he says it like it is, and, I feel like he's kind of, I don't want to say he runs around like Billy Badass over here, but, like, he really does, and, I'm gonna be honest, he's not admitting in the moment right now, to it being planned, his passing. He almost seems slightly offended that you asked, and I don't mean actually offended. I mean, like, I feel like he's almost deflecting. Like, Jesus Christ, how could you ask that? Like, but almost kind of in like a comical way, which is kind of very interesting. So I'm going to be real honest. I don't know if I can completely answer that question for you, which sometimes they do. They will answer if it was, they took their own life or if it was on purpose. But for whatever reason, he's really just kind of giving me that like, I don't want to call it his defense. But like, that's kind of the vibe it's giving me. Like, when you're like, you know, he was talking about it, like, did he plan it? Like, there's a feeling of not planned but prepared. Like, he knew it was coming, and I don't know if it's just because they were that tied together, him and his wife, and I'm getting cold chills, that he knew when she went that, I don't want to say he had nothing to live for, because that's not it, he loves his family, but just that, like, they were so tied that he knew he would go if she went before him, kind of a deal, and I am freezing. But when you asked that question and I said it, and then I went to the next question, and the reason I did that was because his answer was a little bit standoffish, almost kind of like, how in the world could you ask me that fucking question? Like, that was literally like that type of a response, like he just blurted it. So I tried to give him another second with the question, and I posed it again to him. And then he kind of got a little jokey about it. So I'm going to be really honest. I don't know. I don't know if I can give you a solid answer on that one, unfortunately, but I can just tell you what his response is to me asking him that question twice. That is probably the best I'm going to get out of him. He kind of just seems like he's rolling his eyes and shaking his head, so it just gives me the feeling like it wasn't planned. I don't know what that smell is. Did he smoke? And I don't necessarily... That was just a really odd smell. I'm not really sure what that smell was. And it definitely wasn't my incense, but it just kind of hit me as like a I don't want to say a cigar, but it like hit me as like a weird smell, not like a cigarette. But I smelt it and I immediately wanted to be like, it was just an odd smell. So, and that might not be him. That might be somebody else just thinking we're doing mediumship today, popping in with all their shit. But that was just very interesting. It's boring without him at family functions. He's laughing to that. I'm gonna be really honest. He's smiling to that. I call my dog that, Billy Bad. Well, maybe that's why he said it then, because it would resonate for you on another level. But that's entirely the feeling that I get surrounding him. So I don't know, is he like one of those guys to be like, see ya? Like, or do like one of those like, it's like a weird, like the 2 fingers or 3 fingers, or like, it's not one, but it's like, I don't know, but, he just walked out of the room, and, I don't want to say he had a hat on, but he had something on his head, and I don't know if it was just his hood. I don't know if it was a beanie and a hood, because his hood came down over the forehead a little bit, which would have been odd if it was just a hood, but his shirt hoodie thing was pretty baggy when he was sitting next to me. But it was like hood or hat or something up, and he went to go walk out of the room and like did like a turnaround and was like, see ya, and then like, so like I don't I can't explain what that expression was, but I don't believe he's next to me anymore. He feels as though he's walked out. I'm assuming he's satisfied. So I hope that helps, and I know that was not yeah, a few finger send off. Yeah, I don't, and not like no, but like it was like a adios, kid or whatever kind of a deal. So I hope that helps you. I know that that's not what necessarily I had planned today, but I hope that helps you, and I hope that resonates for you, and I appreciate you allowing me to talk to your uncle, and to allow me in your space and your energy. I greatly appreciate it. Do you need clarification or on anything that we talked about that I could maybe reword or clarify for you since he has exited the building? Maybe not. Maybe they left. All good. No worries. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We are doing crazy stuff today, apparently. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. We are doing paid reads today. They are $12.12 for subscribers and $15.15 for non-subscribers. I appreciate you sitting around and waiting while we were involved in a little unplanned mediumship going on for somebody who popped in the room. So I appreciate it greatly. But the list is open now, and if you would like a read, it is $12.12 for subscribers and $15.15 for non-subscribers. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. Just please make sure you come back in and you let us know how you donated, so that way we can get you on the list. I just don't want to miss anybody. I'm going to be real honest. If you guys have collective questions that you would like to talk about, and collective questions are questions that do not require me to feel into your energy in specific, please feel free to drop them down in the comment section below, and we can always go over them and sort through them in the in-betweens, in between reads and that kind of stuff. Welcome in. Let me just check something real fast. Welcome in. So how's everyone doing? I didn't even get to say hi to everybody before we got enthralled in mediumship and chit-chats. How's everybody going? What was that handle? Was that handle tripping balls? Did anybody just see that? Was that the handle? Sir, your handle is hysterical. Ma'am, miss, madam, sir, gentlemen, hysterical. Some people's Oh, sorry, I got an earring. Tripping McBalls? Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't know why, but that literally takes me to McNuggets, and I don't know why, but that literally dies. Tripping McBalls, McNuggets. Nice SAT word of the day, enthralled. No worries. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they come up with odd words. Like I just say whatever I feel like saying. I don't know. Thanks for the follow. Bro, everyone likes nuggets. The only thing that would make nuggets better is if they were dino shaped all the time. And I don't even care what age you are, dino shaped nuggets are the shit. This is America. Yeah, say what you want unless, we start hitting up against tyranny secrets and then we're blocked for life. Nah, just playing. Welcome in. Welcome in. Smiley face. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I've seen smiley face nuggets, but they used to have, like, public schools on the East Coast, they used to have those smiley face french fries, and I know growing up in, like, middle school and elementary school, those were the shit. Like, I don't even care. They were like they called them french fries, but they were pretty much like a hash brown. Like, those were the tits. Like, Tits McGee, that was it. Like, 100% public school, way to go. Was it a nutritious lunch? Absolutely not. Did it all make us hate our school a little less? 1,000%. Like, 1,000%. 1,000%. Welcome in. We are, we're just hanging out. The list is open. We are doing 12-12 for subscribers and 15-15 for non-subscribers. So if you would like to get on the list, we have Cash App and we have Venmo. If you have collective questions or you just want to chit-chat about a topic, feel free to drop it down below in the little in-between time we are having right now. And we can answer them if we have, you know what I mean? I'll answer them if I can, and if I not, I'll tell you I can't, and you got nothing to lose by asking is pretty much what I'm saying. You have nothing to lose by asking. Yes! Everybody just went through. I'll be you're like, okay, I'll be the first sacrifice. No worries. Yes, 1,000%. I can barely see your name. Shamsa. I can, yes, 1,000%. Hey Mary, how's it going? 1,000%. We are all going through blind faith. It has started for the collective. What would we say about 3 weeks ago, Mary? Not Mary, I'm sorry. I read your name as a thing shifted. About 3 weeks ago, Keys. And it has been crazy, but that has been the task. But it's not just blind faith in, like, the universe and spirit. It's blind faith in yourself. Doing what you're called to do when you're called to do it. Like, it's been a minute now. Over a month at least. So it has to be more than 3 weeks then. Because we're, like, almost at the end of this month. Like, 1,000%. Not alone. You're right on point. Oh, hell yes. Nothing but blind faith. Oh, yeah. They are testing how good your... What was I just going to say? They're testing how good your foundations are as you type that in the freaking thing. Keys. Amazing. But exactly. That is what you are testing right now. So that's why the message... Thank you so much for the gift. That's why the messages have been coming out. Return to roots. What are you rooted in? What do you believe? What are you still holding on to? Because all those things are going to forge on whether or not you can truly lead with blind faith, with trust. But it's also the duration of faith and trust in yourself and in the universe and others around you. You know what I mean? So the end of ascension is May 9th to 19th. I don't know what you mean by that, Miss Tanya. I don't hold dates for things like that, because even though the collective might be shifting and ascending together, everybody in individual states are ascending and changing in like their own time. So while some people might be and find confirmation with the shift, and they may be shifting with the massive shifts. Thank you so much for all the cones. They may be shifting with the massive shift. It doesn't necessarily mean that others don't shift at other times, and I think that's a misconception. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for all the love. Can they be, growing at different times? 1,000%. I don't use the astrology and astrological placements as an end-all be-all. However, my team likes to use them as confirmations. Thank you so much for this subscription. My team likes to use them as confirmations. So if you're going through something, a lot of times my team will point you back to something. We'll take a look at this, or me and Keys do it all the time. We'll be talking, chit-chatting, going about what we're picking up, our messages, what we're feeling, what's going on in our lives right now. And then we'll be dropped a nugget, which is like, oh yeah, by the way, like this is happening in the planetary alignments. Like me and Keys love to say that the retrogrades and the planetary alignments are not literally an excuse for what you are going through. Like, at all, period, never. They are not an excuse for what you're going through. They are not an excuse for bad behavior. They're just further pieces of the puzzle, you know what I mean? 1,000%. Shifts occur when you expand your consciousness. Yep. We are not bound by time. Time is just a construct of our physical existence right now, because if you talk to a lot of advanced, even scientists, not even just advanced practitioners in the spiritual world, just scientists, like what people deem to be fact for Earth, you know what I mean? Our science, our knowledge. Quantum physics, it's not that things can be in two places at once, it's that they have to be two places at once. Thank you so much for the gift. It's that they have to be. And a lot of times you'll talk to people who are really into quantum physics and things like this, and there is no past and there is no future. Technically, all the timelines run parallel to each other, and they're all occurring at the same time, which is why they merge together and they split off again. They're all just at different frequencies, and that's what people call different timelines, different realities, whatever, and they shift and merge. Yeah. I want to know. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the taps. Thank you for all the love. I want to know. I want to know how it went. I want to know. I'm on the edge of my seat. You better still be in here. Do not get me excited and then leave. Yeah! See? What did they say? They said you do it. How was your mindset when you were doing your swim and all that? How was all of that stuff? That's awesome. Like, that feels great, dude. I could not be more excited for you, because that's something you really wanted to have happen. Oh. Well, I told you I don't know. I don't know all the things. Dude, but that's great. That's great. Step 1 in the books. Now we just got to keep our mindset good. And step 2 will be yours as well. You know what I mean? It'll be right there. Yours for the taking is what they're saying. Yours for the taking. Hold on. Talk is like, I don't know what this is. Hold on. Talk is popping up windows. Give me a second. We're still here, I promise. Just give me a second. Talk is popping up windows. Oh. They're like, reset your goal. Okay, Talk. I don't know how to do that. Hold on. We figured it out yesterday. What do you guys think you want? I don't know. We'll do corn, because corn is funny. Corn is funny. Corn on the cob. Alright, I think I got it. Oh, hell. Well, dude, good luck. Safe travels, bro. Safe travels if that's where you're headed on Tuesday. Safe travels. Aha, Miss Cheryl, in with the corn. In with the corn. Get it. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of the gifts and all that good stuff. Holy hail. I don't know what that means, but I've never reached this part yet. However, it says that the subs are doing a countdown, and I'm not really sure what that means. Planning with blind faith in mind has been helping me. Yes, but that's the whole point, though. Because what is, will be, and what should happen, will happen. So as long as you are literally staying in the moment, staying present, working in your joy state, you know, like doing all those things, and just knowing that you're bringing to the table all that you can at any moment, like, you're perfectly fine. Thank you for all the corn. It's so funny. Thank you for all the corn. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Planning but not seeing anything happen. Yeah, but you know what? Like, that's the thing. We can't have an expectation because then we'll never see it. Thank you for all the corn. This is so funny. Dude, this is making me laugh so hard. Like, I don't know if you can see it because I'm trying not to be a weirdo, but this is hysterical. Oh, but 1,000%. 1,000. We just got the corn goal, guys. This is hysterical. I'm sorry. We just got the corn goal. I'm going to give it like 3 seconds and then this thing is going to pop me up another window. I'm telling you right now. This is going to pop me up another window. I can tell you. I know it's going to happen. It did it last time. It's like, oh, you've reached your goal. Reset your corn goal. I just want to let you know that this has just been hysterical for me. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Do a unicorn. I don't know. Do they even have unicorns? I don't know. I just try to do something like that's not like completely wild. I don't know what they have. I try to be like mindful, you know what I mean? Baby dragon. Baby dragon. We'll do baby dragons. Baby dragons are cute. I'm just setting the goal. You guys do not need to crush the goal. Do not worry. But that's just hysterical. Stop. I just want to let you know that this has been fantastic. This is not at all what I expected and what we were just talking about. Stop with the expectations. I just want to tell you that. I just want to let you know that our goals today. What was our first goal? It wasn't the rose. It was lightning, maybe? I don't even remember what the first goal was. Oh, it was ice cream. The first goal was ice cream. This just tells you where we're at as a collective. We're owning it. So, literally, baby dragon. That's the only thing I heard when I read that. Baby dragon. We did the ice cream. We just did corn. And then we did baby dragon. Oh my god. I'm laughing way too hard for this. Like, way too hard. This isn't even funny, but this is just where we're at as a collective. Like, I'm just putting it out there. This is where we are 1,000% at as a collective. And that is okay. Oh my goodness. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to pop them down in the comment section. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I don't even know what is going on today. I was supposed to come on here at noon, And then I had so many emails from people asking good questions. And I answered all of them, and then I talked to a couple people on the phone, and then I tried to throw a video, and I talked to a couple more, and, you know, dealt with some clients and some mentees, and then all of a sudden, next thing I knew, it was like 1 o'clock, one something, and I was like, oh shit, we better get on here, you know, now or never. I told everybody noon, and here's my late ass. Oh my god, that's so funny. And then the first person to come in the room, I didn't even throw collective yet. I just want to let everyone know we have not even thrown collective today. The first person comes in the room is just like, do you do mediumship? Then all of a sudden I start talking to his uncle, like, can we just talk about today? This has been a wild donuts. Okay, all right, we're gonna do donuts, but this is wild. I'll do donuts. Hold on. Oh, I gotta find the donut first. I gotta find the donut first. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. Apparently, y'all are just going wild. Straight wild. Oh my goodness. What is this? Now we have more pop-ups going on. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Stop. Both of you with your damn donuts. I'm sorry. Now I have more pop-ups. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okie dokie. Alright. Good God. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Well, I will be popping off here unless you guys need something from me, or if you want me to feel into anything, or you would like a reading today. First of all, thank you for being here, and thank you for showing love, and thank you for tapping the screen and making it just really good times this Sunday. You know what I mean? I will be... Yeah, dude, yo, this is fun, man. This is fun. Like, this is why we do it. It's more than just, oh my god, I was wondering where you went, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, well, I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you were here or not. No, you're fine. I just figured maybe you just left, maybe you had enough of it. But, like, I don't know where you went and what part your phone died, but I just want to let you know that he got up from the table, or the chair that he was sitting at, and he did, like, one of these, like, rocked back and was like, well, and then he stood up, and then we answered that question, but then when he went to go leave, he did, like, an interesting gesture. Now, when he was sitting down, I could see his chest when he was pointing to himself, and he had, like, this baggy, like, I would say it was a hoodie, because I wear a lot of hoodies myself. I would say it was, like, a hoodie type of a fabric, but when he was leaving, he was standing away from me, and he, like, had his, I want to say hood, or either some kind of hat on, or maybe he had a beanie and a hood on. It was hard to tell, but I could see the hood coming, like, this part of his forehead, and it was hard to distinguish if it was, his hood had, like, folded over because it was an old hoodie, or if, like, he had a hat on, but something was covering the top of his head, and, he did, like, a weird gesture that, like, he, like, started walking away and then turned around and was like, see ya, like, kind of like some weird, like, 2-finger, 3-finger send-off. It was kind of like one of those things, like, out of here, kid, kind of a deal. So I just wanted to let you know. And then, I'm not sure if you had, like, been made aware, or you were here for that before or after your phone died. Hello, Megan. But that is what, that was what he did when he left my space. But I do appreciate you for allowing me to be in your space and talk to him. He definitely did just pop right up Did he tell you about his tats? He would have shown them off. But no, I'm missing that. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I wasn't sure when it like popped up, so that's why like when your phone died, so I just wanted to relay you that that's how he left. And he didn't show them off. However, he did have his sleeves rolled up. And I'm gonna just be real honest, he didn't show them off, but it's like I knew he was tatted, and I think the only reason I knew he was tatted was because he kept showing me like my personal experience with like the version of him that I would have equated it to in my existence. So I just want to let you know that like you didn't have to tell me he was tatted. It came with the territory of his personality that he had tats. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense, and that's probably why I didn't say anything, because I feel like it was almost a given. Like, he was not, like, showing them off. Like, look at this cool one. Not even close. But it's like, it kind of fit his personality to have had tattoos. You know what I mean? He honestly hated most of them and regretted them, but he would try to always be funny and be like, kiss my tat. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That fits his personality 100%. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm glad that he was able to come through for you, even just in a little way. So I am more than appreciative of you allowing me to be the, channel that was able to happen through. So I appreciate it. While that was not our goal today, he pretty much asserted himself, and my team was like, yeah, go for it. So we went there. You know what I mean? Like, so, but should you ever want, good, it's going great. We had like a war of gifts, which I didn't realize we were doing until the entire group of like amazing people we have here was like, do corn. I almost just died laughing, changing the gifts as many times as I did. So we're having a good day over here. We are having a great day over here. But yeah, so thank you. While unprompted, your mediumship little mini session was. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Oh, it was a corn fiesta. As long as Keys, I feel the need to say, like, as long as the Swiffer was put away and not present, then, like, that's all we need to know, and that is exactly where that comment just took me, and if it didn't take you there as well, shame on you. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad after him connecting, I was so smiling. Dude, that is the reason that I love mediumship. I'm a story lover, and mediumship is just a way that people get to be present again in the physical when you start dealing with their energy and stuff, because a lot of times they'll tell you pieces and parts of their story. Some are more talkative than others, you know what I mean? But it's definitely very, it's something that I enjoy doing, and it comes innate to me, so I'm glad when I get to do it, you know what I mean? I am glad when I get to do it. I'm glad when I get to do it. I don't know. It's crazy. But thank you. And should you ever want a reading, and I don't necessarily mean mediumship, I just mean like what we were planning on doing today. We're usually on here like twice a day. Depending how crazy everything is, at least once a day, but I'm trying to go twice a day. So you'll see me on here tomorrow, and that goes for everybody in the room. I will be on until my uncle said nope. But he did, dude. Like, but that's just how it happens. Like, if I'm not specifically doing it, like, and my team lets them in, then I go with it. Like, I completely go with it because my team, like, they always do what is in my highest, greatest good, but also for the people I work with. You know what I mean? So I've had people on here pay me for, like, intuitive card reads and intuitive general reads, and all of a sudden their dead husband comes in. Or all of a sudden, you know, their grandpa's poking through, or their grandma's here. Like, it just happens, and we just go with it because if Spirit's placing them in my circle because I can hear or talk to them, then there must be something that they're saying or some kind of energy that they are giving out that that person needs in the moment. You know what I mean? Some people just need to hear the same thing that everybody is telling them from their specific person. And sometimes that's just what happens. You know what I mean? Like, you know? But hey, I'm going to put your account name in my notes. I'll pay you for it when I get some more money because that was no. Oh my God! I mean, I like don't even know what to say to that. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't even know what to say to that. You don't have to do that, but you are more than welcome to do that. I appreciate it, but just know you're not obligated. But I completely appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. Like no worries though. Like no worries. But if anybody else has any other questions that they want to drop down, this is like last call for collective questions, last call for reads. If you want to get on the list, we have one spot left, and that is all we are doing today because I do have to run and do some website stuff, and I have to talk to a couple clients before later on. That's up to you, dude. That is up to you because I didn't set a price. So that is entirely up to you. That's entirely up to you. And I appreciate you for being here and honestly allowing me to do it because it doesn't happen unless, you know, you allow it. So thank you so much. But totally up to you. Dealer's choice. I didn't set up a price beforehand, so whatever you feel called to give or donate for whatever you feel like you got, I'm perfectly fine for it. You know what I mean? Don't sweat it. No worries. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending your time, your space, and your precious energy. Thank you for all the gifts today. You guys like blew the damn thing up with gifts, and that was probably one of the funniest things I think we've had on here in a minute. I just can't get over the fact that I put corn up and it got like everyone went to town with the corn fest, and that just makes me laugh so hard. That's just hysterical to me. And it just kept popping up like half-eaten corns. I just want to tell you, so stupid. I'm just like, sometimes I feel like people don't realize because they see me in channel, like, I'm actually a very goofy person. I feel like sometimes, right, inner child, yeah. I feel like sometimes when I'm in channel, I get very serious. But, like, that's probably, that made my day, so I just want to let everyone in the room know that type of whatever menagerie of goof happened today is hysterical. So thank you. I'm sure because he had not a problem pulling up that chair. But that typically happens to me. I could be minding my own business and somebody will sit down and I'll be like, hi. Always. That's how it works, and that's why I like doing what I do. You know what I mean? If I get a lot of repeats, like in my personal space, like just a little nugget that doesn't mean anything to anybody but me. But like if I have a lot of like even my current dead relatives or passed on loved ones or whatnot, like if they come by really a lot, oftentimes, like, it gets harder to realize that they're around because their energy feels so normal, because they meld so well. So sometimes, like, the people that are hard to tell if they're around are truly my people because they're always around me. So there is, like, almost very little delineation between where my energy is and where their energy is, if they are that, like, always there guiding kind of a person. Which I have a few of those in my past associations, so it does happen, and you know, that's oftentimes what I tell people. Like, sometimes they're like, oh, I can't feel them, and I was like, well, sometimes you can't feel them around is quite literally because they never left you. Like, sometimes their energy physically never left you. So whether their physical body is gone or not, if their energy hasn't left, sometimes you don't feel them around, like, because they are so present that you still feel like they're there. And that's hard sometimes for people to understand. But when it comes to energy, sometimes that is the case. And it's not that they're stuck here and they can never leave and come back. That's not it. But it's just that, like, they spend a large amount of time while you are awake, popping in, checking in, take a second to walk around the house with you or something like that. And sometimes that's all it takes for your energy to feel them. And then if they do that quite often, sometimes it's only until you get tapped or poked or a picture falls over or you walk down and see a billboard and you're like, oh my God, that's totally my person, or oh my God, that's a sign, like that. Then you realize that they've been there the whole time. And that's kind of the kicker of it, you know what I mean? It's never what we expect. I'm going to be really honest. It is never what we expect. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Wow. Okay, well, good. Okay, so good for you. I post all of the lives on our YouTube. I shouldn't say all of them. That's like such a lie. I post the ones that I feel are good lives. Or if I get a lot of readings on a live. And it's just so that way the people who get a reading can review them. So I'm going to eventually put this on here. It'll be up on YouTube probably within 12 hours. But honestly, it's probably going to be there in like 2. So it's time-stamped. So you'll be able to re-listen to the whole thing at the second your phone cut out from Billy Badass, and then you can watch in real time the rest of your reading. When I didn't know you weren't here until then, I looked up and realized that you were no longer in the room. So just know that for anybody who buys a thing on live, I try to get them up there as long as the internet and stuff is cooperating. You know what I mean? So if you guys are subscribers, I just want to let you know, because I did see a lot of people subscribe today, so thank you. If you are a subscriber, you should join our website. It is 100% free. It doesn't cost you anything. We don't spam your shit, and there's a lot of good resources on there for you. But you are not only offered subscriber prices a couple days a week when we do lives like this, like today is $12.12 for subscribers and it's $15.15 for non-subscribers, so you get a little bit of money off, but you also get subscriber only content on my page. So it's just random stuff that is not seen anywhere else, and it's not just collective card pulls. It's more in-depth type of stuff and some introductories, some herbal tea blends and stuff like that. We're going to be diving into a lot more energy and a lot more herbs soon. So on my page specifically for subscribers. So we're just gearing up for that. We're just prepping the stage right now. But if you are a subscriber, you can also gain 5 points for every month you're an active subscriber, as long as you are on our website. Please keep in mind, if you are a subscriber and you go by a weird name that does not match your email or your written name, and you don't use the same profile picture, you're gonna have to let me know that that's you. Like, so reach out to us and be like, hey, I just subscribed, to TikTok and I added your website. I just want to let you know that I'm Dylan, or I'm Casey, and you know what I mean? Like, if you can help us link the two mentally, like, that would be fantastic, because I want to give you your points. I had somebody tell me they were on the website, and I'm like, I don't see your name. And they're like, oh, well, that's because my email address is 457s23. And I'm like, how would I have guessed that when your handle is like Deborah? Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, how would I have guessed that? So just please make sure that you let us know if it's not like common sense, like that's your name and that's your handle. So if you have a funny handle or something like that, like, please let us know. But yeah, so there's just a lot of cool stuff on the website. We have a free tree of knowledge that you can access. Doesn't cost you anything. But there's a lot of cool articles and posts on there. They're just kind of the beginnings of the rabbit hole of spirituality. And every Monday we post... Every Monday we post a collective card toss, which just projects the week ahead for the collective. Some things you might come up against or come across. And then Wednesday and Saturday are our spiritual posts. They literally can take whatever topic we see fit. You guys can also request topics via the email link. So you can email us and you can request a topic for either a subscriber video on Talk or a free Tree of Knowledge post, and we will make it a priority and try to put one out for you. Now, the post can range from anything from shadow work to crystals to herbology to breath work to energy clearing, spiritual hygiene to cultural prophecies, spiritual practices, candle magic, frequency, astrology. Really anything is on the table and is fair game. So just keep that in mind if you have something that you're like, I don't really understand, but I would like to get an introduction into this. We don't mind doing it. That's what it's there for. We have about 100 or so topics right now, so feel free to use it at your disposal. Next to our free Tree of Knowledge, we also have a handmade shop, which are handmade products made by us and our teams. And they range from anything from candle magic kits to road opener oils to herbal teas or baths. I put on a meditation that helps release fear, guilt, grief with a sacred frequency while also being a grounded tune. It is unguided, so it's just sound. And it uses 396 hertz solfeggio frequency, which is really good for inner healing. And then we also have handmade macrame, which has the chakra crystals interlaced in them, and they are real, authentic, hand-picked chakra crystals. So even though it's just a wall hang in some people's minds, you can also pull on those crystals when you're doing meditation and spiritual practice work with energies, because they are authentic and they are 100% real, and they are untumbled, so they have a little bit more oomph to them. So they are still good to be used in your practices as you see fit. Anything you purchase on the handmade shop is dollar for dollar point system. So if you spend $10 is 10 points, $5, 5 points, so on and so forth. So just know that you will get the exact points that you put into the shop. Now, right now our lowest tier is 200 points is 20% off any service that we offer, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's huge because we don't blow our prices up. Now, we also have a product link. So a product link page is great. They're just Amazon links to the common products that you guys see us use, but they're also products that we really like in our practices or our spaces, or there's stuff that we get a lot of questions about. Oh my God, what is that? I love it. Where did you get it from? We try to provide those to you. We don't really get anything for them. I think I get like a penny if you choose to buy the product. Like, no lie. It's not a huge moneymaker, but what it does do is it creates a really good sense of community, and that's what we are trying to build here. And it allows people to just get an honest look at some of the things that we utilize in our practice or in our personal spaces with our teams, you know what I mean? So, some people had brought it to my attention that you were able to add the products to your cart. So we fixed the website because we're always improving. We fixed the website, so I marked them out of stock so that would no longer be an issue for some people, and it wasn't just one person. So don't worry, it was a collective oops. So we just fixed that, so hopefully that doesn't have any issues. So I appreciate for everybody who allowed, who like showed us that was a problem, and we were able to alleviate it. So it does work very well. But if you like TikTok, but we're also on other platforms as well. So we're also on Instagram. The nature of Instagram is completely different, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm still learning Instagram, so don't kill me. I'm not big into Instagram as a person, so we're trying our best. However, we do have YouTube. Now, our YouTube is kind of cool. So our YouTube lists all of our TikTok videos from all three of our pages, all three of the practitioners who are in this business together. It is me from this page, Keys of Wisdom 369, who is our mod right here, and then also Miss Rooted Intentions, who I thought was in here, but I don't see her at the moment. All of our videos that we post on Tok are posted there. Now, I also post the live videos, the ones that I have access to. I try to post them there so that you guys can rewatch some of your reads if you want to listen to something for a second time, or you're just curious to see how a different type of read works, because sometimes we do energy versus shadow work versus generals versus whatever. So sometimes we're opening mediumship on purpose. So, just in case you wanted to dip your toe in with our reading styles, you can do that. That is there for you, but we also have meditation playlists. So it's just a menagerie of different types of music. They're all unguided, I'm pretty sure, because I know guided meditations, people get really picky with the voice and how they talk and this and that. So I didn't mess with guided meditations. You can look that up yourself. But if you wanted unguided sound meditations and frequencies and songs and stuff like that, that we find useful in our practice when we are trying to attempt to do something, we made it a whole playlist. I think there's like 40 or 50 different types of videos on there. So feel free to check that out, and all of that is 100% free. You don't need to spend money to utilize any of those resources. You know what I mean? So please make sure that if you are following us on here, that you are following us on other platforms as well, because it only benefits you. So our website is www.ChildOfBalance.com. And you don't have to remember all that. You will figure it all out, and everything is linked in our link tree in our bio above. My link tree will send you to everybody. It'll send you to Instagram. It'll send you to YouTube. It'll send you to the website. It'll send you to both of our other practitioners' pages on Tok, so you can navigate everything that we are through my link tree. So please use it to your heart's desire. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and space with us today. And I will be on probably later on Monday, maybe closer to like noon or 1 o'clock. So just be on the lookout. We will be live, and we will be doing reads on Monday. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support, the love taps, the shares, the follows, the subscriptions, and the holy hella gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, you have a good day too, dude. You have 100%. You have a good day. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys Monday afternoon.